according to the plan.
First set, Iga Swiatek to serve. Ready, play.
I'm of the opinion, though, that that's just a fine for those Iga fans that are tuning in, or for anyone watching, and that's not going to be already her on the clock in terms of losing a first serve if she takes too long between points. Is that a trade that you would like to see Rybakina have with Swiatek backhand to backhand?
Yeah, and I think Rybakina's got to try to be the first one to go up the line big. But I think Swiatek's going to try to aim to the middle of the court, not to give her that opportunity.
Fold.
I think we're going to see a lot of hard hitting in the middle of the court from Iga. Just do not give Rybakina too many angles, because that's where she can come up with fantastic winners.
Out. 40-15.
Well, she's painted the line with that return.
And that's what I mean. Iga's got to try to stay away from opening up the courts too much, because that's where is Rybakina at her best, with those big arms and legs.
Let resume.
Yeah, 117, that's not going to do it in the second serve.
Deuce.
Stefano Vukov on the left of your picture there, Rybakina's coach. And, well, that is definitely something they would have been looking to do. I'm surprised she's got such a look at a second serve there from Swiatek. Never easy to come up with those kind of what look like routine passes in the opening game when you've just let a 40-love lead slip. And here is an opening break point. Look at a second serve as well. Problems mounting here for the world number 1.
Game, Rybakina.
Rybakina with the opening game.
First game.
And the second fastest serve in the world's top 50 coming up in the next game as well. So that is potential problems there. A little edgy from Swiatek.
A little edgy also because of that warning she got right before her first service game. Like we said, Iga is someone that likes to keep her routines. Doesn't like too many changes. So definitely, I think that had something to do not to making too many first serves, just throwing her off the rhythm a little bit. Not the start she would have wished for.
Elena Rybakina to serve.
First top 5 win for Rybakina came against Karolina Pliskova during her runner-up finish at Dubai in 2020 on that particular hot streak that she had prior to COVID as well. She's been dancing with the elite for a while now, even if her ranking doesn't suggest it because of the lack of points.
Fold.
Second serve, and I would say she's been dancing with the top elite as far as her technique goes. I find it difficult to compare her technique to anyone else as far as pure strike thinking, super simple backswings on all her shots, and just look at that last kick serve. Just perfection. That's how you want to teach it.
Out. 15-13.
If you're looking for a perfect player, you combine these two. You've got the athleticism and footwork of Iga combined with Rybakina's technique. Doesn't get better than that.
A couple of flash shots that have been lost over the baseline, and here's the world number 1 with the opportunity to get the break straight back. Is a very good shot, and she's playing these opening pressure points incredibly well.
30-14.
It's the calmness she hits the ball with under pressure. One of her biggest strengths. Doesn't panic.
Fold.
Was wondering what to do, wasn't she? You could see the way that she was setting up. She wasn't entirely sure she wanted to take the smash on.
This was the right shot to hit. Just got it a little bit too low. That's why it went long.
Great use of her height there to get the shortness into the service box and the angle that's associated with that. Rybakina could have been 2-love down, but she finds herself 2-love up, and a couple of sweet strikes. And some concern for the world number one early on here.
It's again that beautiful, pure striking on the ball. She does it a little bit better on the backhand than on the forehand, I would say. That timing is just spot on, and yeah, Iga's got to do a lot of mental work here, because not that nice feeling when you know you could have been 2-love up easily. Now she has to find a way to get the rhythm back. It's a very slow first serve, wasn't it? Seems like she's not really going after it just yet. 147.
That's a nice little number there for Rybakina there. 75% of the time she'll go on and win the set when she gets a break in the opening 4 games of a set.
Fault.
Those stats, though, haven't come against somebody like Swiatek, and you would imagine there will be even more pressure put on Rybakina's serve as this opening set develops. Especially from that end, which will be a little tougher to serve from the where Swiatek is at the moment with the sun in her eyes.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
40.
It's not only tough for the serve, but it's the first shot afterwards that's really troubling when you've got so much sun in your eyes. You're most of the time just guessing where the ball is going, because it's so hard to see, especially the brighter it gets.
Well, we've seen how the flatter hitters have had a little more success here at this year's Australian Open, aside from Medvedev, of course, but you can see how the ball's getting through the court, and Swiatek, one of the highest in terms of spin rate on the forehand, in particular in the world's top 50.
It's just such a beauty to watch when Rybakina is on the run in her backhand.
Yeah.
40-30.
Swiatek having a think.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Behind the players, cease quickly, please.
This lady has 11 titles to her name.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the titles last year, of course, it was also the wins that she put together, which was spectacular. 37 straight wins for Swiatek, 23 straight wins at 1,000 level as well, which is extraordinary. Only Wozniacki and Williams have had longer.
Much more aggressive Iga here in this
Love 13.
service game of Rybakina. That's what she will have to try to do, to get the first 2 shots as aggressive as possible, not let Rybakina dictate.
Fault.
Okay, much more intensity in this game from Iga. Great
Love
depth there.
14.
Yeah, as close as it is right now, and we're enjoying it, it could have been 4-love.
Exactly.
Sir, thank you, please.
Fault. Out.
Game Swiatek.
Well, in keeping with Swiatek's record on return games, winning 50% of them, there is a break, and we are at 2 apiece.
Yes,
2
it's
games.
one little thing for Rybakina to still improve. It's that movement backwards. We saw it in the last 2 backhands. Iga finding the length. She's very good stepping in and protecting the baseline, Rybakina, but sometimes she has to accept when the ball is this good and move back a little bit quicker.
Fifteen love.
Fault. Out.
Just a little bit too many unforced errors for Rybakina the last 2 games.
30 love.
Just gotta be careful here, because that's what Swiatek likes to do. Just run away with a couple of quick games. Before you know it, she might be running away with the set. Yeah, already 11 from Rybakina.
Out.
It's just given her a fair bit of variety out here on the second serve. That was a much quicker second serve than we've seen so far. Much better depth as well from Swiatek.
Yeah, it's Rybakina just losing the timing a little bit because of the different speeds Iga is throwing at her.
Game Swiatek.
Bit of self-belief, and you're in a little bit of trouble early on in a big match. That 37 wins matched Hingis's run from 1997 for the Swiss superstar.
Fault.
But I asked Martina about that incredible winning streak of
Love
matches.
15.
How did she manage it? She was like, well, Danny, I just hated to practice, and that's what I know my mom would have made me do if I keep losing matches. So I thought, okay, I just better keep winning.
Got to get the motivation from somewhere, right? Anywhere.
Out.
15. Please.
Yeah, much better last two serves. Precision. That's what she needs. Having to face the best returners on the tour.
Fault.
Game, Rybakina.
Yeah, great response here from Rybakina. More intensity on her shots.
Short and sweet is the route to
Three,
success, you would think, for Rybakina. When you take a little look at this, anything over 5, and it's heavily going in the world #1's favour right now. Not one rally over 9 shots out here, and this has been a tournament that really has been highlighted by the length of rally that we're seeing. Not so far in this one.
Yeah, so smart, going hard in the middle and then opening up the court with her
15 love.
forehand spin. It's one of the obvious tactics against Rybakina today from Iga. It's not often we get a negative reaction from Iga after a point. She does so well just managing her emotions all the time. This is where Rybakina has to be patient. When Iga goes in the middle of the court, there's not much else she can do. Just go hard back, straight to Iga, and make her force to do something she's not comfortable with.
Fault.
That was a good court position on the return there. We were just showing you at the sit down just how short the second serve was, and was there an opportunity for Rybakina to get herself up and take it at a more comfortable height. She's done a good job there. It's quite tough for her to hit the tee serve on this side at the moment, having to throw the ball a little bit more to the right to get it out of the sun.
It's so hard on this side. Yeah, it's understandable. It's one of the biggest challenges when you play first match on Rod Laver on a sunny day. This is the side you definitely don't want to be on if you're serving.
Break point. Clean winner off the return, keeping it short, just like we said she needed to. Rybakina second time. Ludicrous athleticism from Swiatek.
Once again, that great depth on her shot. Rybakina did so well with the first backhand. I mean, this was not an easy shot to hit, and yet Swiatek managing to keep the depth on all her shots in this rally.
Doesn't hit a lot of forehand lines from what I've seen, Rybakina. It looks like if you serve due, she goes cross-court every single time virtually. It looks as though you don't need to necessarily hang too much in the middle of the court. I just wonder whether she's been beaten a few times today, Swiatek, back behind her. Just needs to manage her position well.
She likes to go up the line more when she's pushed into the corner. But if it's straight in her hitting zone, I would say 80%, 90% of the time she likes to just keep it simple, go cross court, make it safe.
Great numbers there. Rybakina, look at that. 50% of them not coming back into play. That's going to take the pressure off. That was a chance.
40-30.
Well held.
Game, Rybakina. Rybakina leads 5-3.
Oh, wow.
I don't think she meant to hit it that well.
Rybakina.
Such an easy, simple take back. It's not an easy thing to do when you've got such long arms. Well done.
Out.
Just rushed it a little bit at the opening there. Which you don't get too often with Iga. Not easy to keep your eyes on the ball when you see the space on the other side. It's where you just gotta stay on your side of the court.
Fault. Out.
30-15.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mark, that she's a little bit too predictable, Rybakina, with her forehand. Iga was running up the line before Rybakina even decided to hit that shot, because that's what she likes to do. Pushed in the corner, down the line, the rest cross court most of the time.
It's been a bit of a struggle on serve. Lost a little bit of the rhythm. The sun's been causing a havoc from the other end, but that was a timely first ace.
Fault.
So calm. Didn't panic at all, Rybakina.
40-30.
I think it just almost being too fast running to that volley. Forgot to make the split step. Just kept running. You always want to stop before you hit your volley.
It's been a very successful serve for her. Sailing as times we look at these players and kind of feel their runs through majors are. She's hit a few roadblocks along the way. She's navigated them pretty well. She may have another one to have to get past today.
Thank you, lady. Have a seat, please.
I actually feel that she's better on her backhand side, which is a flatter shot, and moving it around.
For sure, backhand it's more solid. You just don't get nervous when she hits that shot that she might miss it or not. It's just so pure. If you want to teach a backhand, this is exactly how you hit it.
Out.
30 line.
Fault. Out.
I think Iga has to find a way to
14.
start the rallies to Rybakina's forehand, because with the backhand, just such a solid shot from Rybakina.
Exactly the way that you want to close out an opening set.
Games to 4.
Uncomplicated to love. 6-4, Rybakina. And the advantage of being one of the best servers in the world shows itself there in the 10th game of the opening set. 4 aces. And she can serve better as well in terms of a higher percentage of first serves in, but winning.
Second set. Swiatek.
The longer she can stay out here, the easier this end is going to get to serve from. But her problems are great today for the world number 1.
La 15. Light first.
Interestingly, she keeps going to the backhand side, Iga, on the serve.
Fault.
Fifteen.
That's a great intensity that we are used to from Iga.
30-15.
Using her forehand beautifully. I feel like Rybakina could have done a little bit more here with her forehand. It's a little bit too short.
Got there in the end. Good anticipation for Rybakina to keep herself in the rally.
40-15.
But this is a promising start to the second set here for the world number 1.
aggressive game from Iga. That's what she needs at the beginning of this second set. Much more conviction too.
And we were showing you where Rybakina's second serve return position was, and maybe she could cheat in a bit. She's doing a very nice job of getting inside that baseline, as you can see here, and she's getting a good look at second serves. Where are they landing? Well, those are some excellent numbers there in terms of depth. Anything at 50% in that last third of the court is exceptional, particularly with how flat she hits the ball as well. That is going to skip through at a very uncomfortable height.
Yeah. Anytime you can get that depth on the return, you know you are in a good position to kind of dictate the rest of the rally, and that's what she has to do against Iga, because she doesn't want to be on the back foot against the #1 in the world. Some very impressive numbers from Rybakina on her return.
Marta Domachowski and Agnieszka Radwanska were the last two Poles that were together in the 4th round of the Australian Open back in 2008. Been a long time since they've had dual success. See, there's where I think she's late to the forehand cross. If she beats her a couple of times down the line, then I would say, yeah, go stand in the middle of the court, because there's the threat. But she's getting quite to the middle there, and she's late to that forehand cross court.
Out.
30 love.
At least she's trying to attack the forehand side, which definitely should be the tactic in this second set. Take backhand apart from Rybakina's game.
Out.
30-15.
It's very rare that she misses easy balls like this, Rybakina, with her backhand, just because of that pure strike she's able to generate.
Out.
Talking about that, they could have not hit it any better.
30.
Just look at Thomas, coach of Iga, one of the calmest coaches out there. When you look at him, you can't really tell the score of the match.
Just the second rally that's gone past 9 shots in this contest. We've been out here 54 minutes.
Vote.
$30-14.
That's a little low. And if it stays that number, you would expect Swiatek to punish.
Out.
Which she does. Second serve came. And a second chance here for Swiatek to start showing her dominance.
Swiatek, please.
And this is where Rybakina right now has to be very careful, because that's where Iga is at her best. Once she breaks someone's serve, She likes to stay on that mission, and before you know it, she might run away with a couple of games. So very important game now for Rybakina, just to slow things down, make life difficult for Iga.
Yep, she's absolutely ruthless when she starts rattling off games. 22 6-love sets last year on tour.
So much more intensity and conviction now for Iga. And as you said, Mark, last year with those 6 love sets, she went through a stage where, especially during the clay court season, if you were not ready the first 3 games, just forget it. The set was over.
Fold.
Those 22 6-love sets were the most in a season since the sensational Serena of 2013. 25, the great American dished out.
At least when they've done it so often as Iga and Serena as an opponent, you're on the other side
13,
thinking, well,
15.
at least I'm not the first one that I lose 6 love to against Iga.
You can affect what your opponent feels down the other end in tennis, and that's the beautiful thing about this sport. And as you can see here, Swiatek has gone slightly nuclear with her forehand in this second set already. 130 Ks on average, up 7 Ks. Less time on the ball for her opponent.
Yeah, she has found a way how to hit both her forehand and backhands with much more depth and more spin. Great reaction from Iga at the beginning of this second set. Got away with it.
Yep, she's match.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please find your seats quickly.
And this bout has just tilted towards the world #1 here in the second set for the first time.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, behind the players. Any available seats for now? Thank you.
I think I would love for Rybakina to do more often this season is come to the net, because she's got such a wonderful technique, even on the volleys, makes it look so easy.
Out.
30 line.
Out.
A good response here from Rybakina. She needs to get on board, not to let Iga run away quickly with the second set. Even if she loses it, but it's investment looking ahead of the third one. Just stop the momentum of Iga.
Out.
40-15. Game, Rybakina. Swiatek leads.
It's going to be the challenge now for Iga. She struggled on this side with the sun before on her own serve. So definitely Rybakina has to make every possible return just to question the vision of Iga.
That's a quality strike from Rybakina.
Love 15.
Turning into a nice tournament for Patricia Ape in the blue shirt in the second row there. Sebi caught her with a fine win over Medvedev, Tsitsipas. Oh yeah, and there's the change of direction. She has more at her disposal on her backhand side, and it's Coach Swiatek out there.
Love 30.
Okay, a little bit of a negative response there from Swiatek after that rally. Not very usual that we see that from her.
Love 14.
There was a quick sprint out of the blocks for the world number one in this second set, but she's in danger of being caught pretty swiftly here. And she has been broken aloft. We're back on serve. Rybakina, 2-3, trailing second set. And has adapted to this Rod Laver Arena. That was one of the questions we had coming in. It looks significantly slower to the outside court, but perhaps the most pertinent thing for Rybakina was taking on Danielle Collins in the previous round. Somebody hits the ball as hard as anybody else out there, and that looks as though she's put her in good nick to take on the world number one today.
But I feel it's better play for Swiatek today. First two shots should be going to Rybakina's forehand most of the time if she can. Well, not much she can do with a serve like that. Swiatek.
Out.
Unusual frustration from Iga.
Well, you can understand it because it's not in her hands, and these top players that are at where Iga is in the game right now are used to controlling proceedings out here. Not the case today. That's a trade she should just stick with all day long.
Yep.
Force Rybakina to go forehand line.
New balls, please. Ball change.
Swiatek, for one of the rare times in her career, looking absolutely stuck and a bit forlorn and a bit lost, to be honest.
Yeah, and like you said, Mark, she's so used to keeping everything under control.
3.
Not today,
games.
not against Rybakina.
England.
Exactly what she needs. A couple of big serves to start this game. That is a huge one for Swiatek. Easier to do now with the new balls.
Quickest serve of the day, 183. Not sure that she's hit 3 better serves in a row in terms of pace. Everything above 170 Ks. That one, as I say, the fastest. And you can't ask for more from a player. Definitely the skill level, particularly off the return, to make something happen here. And that last service game may well give her the platform to get after Rybakina's serve.
Love 15.
No, think she meant to hit that return as well as she did. Such a simple take back.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you switch off your mobile phone to vibration mode. Thank you.
Vote.
Oh, it's just pure striking from Rybakina. Swiatek doing all the right things. Putting the pressure and questions to Rybakina's side, but nothing she could do about this forehand.
Nice catalogue of winners that these two women are producing out here.
Well, that's what you kind of expect when you've got two Grand Slam champions on the court.
30-15.
Combined, they won the last 3 Grand Slams. Sorry, not the last 3. 3 out of 4 last year. Great quality on both ends.
Out.
30-all.
It's a deep second serve, but Iga was ready to take it on the rise. I feel like Rybakina needs first serves here big time, because Iga is ready to step in.
Footwork all tangled up there to Swiatek.
Yeah, kind of stopped
40-30.
her legs completely in that rally. It's not like it was an okay backhand from Rybakina, just lost the intensity a little bit.
Those are the moments you need to try and capitalise on, because you never know what's lurking around the corner. Another big serve from Rybakina, and that is exactly what's delivered.
And now big test for Iga, because you just never know what to expect when he's serving against the sun.
Serving against the sun and also serving with your back against the wall as well. No room really for error here for Swiatek, and that brings its own extra little bit of pressure. She will only have one chance to break if she doesn't have a good service game here.
Let Fischer. Let Fischer.
Out.
That's the perfect return. Not give Iga any time after that serve to kind of get her eyes
Love 15.
adjusted to what's coming at her end of the court. She desperately needs first serves here. So much more with the approach, Rybakina. Just didn't have enough on it. Maybe short backhand angle would have been a better option.
Out.
It's just too good from Rybakina.
15-13.
Constant pressure. Number one in the world struggles with that.
And there's the pressure at the moment. And big kudos to the Wimbledon champion there for just playing very measured tennis, didn't overplay. There's a tendency sometimes against great players to feel as though you need to do more in those moments. But they're not impervious to the pressure, and neither is this lady, as great as she is. Teetering on the edge. World class.
That was a close second serve. Couldn't be any more precise. This is why she's number one in the world, to come up with rally like this under pressure.
Out.
Yes.
So calm under pressure.
I'm still surprised she's been given that shot though so often. I mean, the one previous to this, I don't know if we're going to see Swiatek. She was already late, which is what forced her to slice it, to give so much time for Rybakina to go back cross court once again. It's the third break point. And this time, she couldn't save it. Rybakina will serve to knock out. the world number 1.
Rybakina leads 5 games to 4.
The last 4.
A couple of times when Ash was world number 1, came off on the wrong side of that, did Rybakina, but she has her opportunity right now to knock out the world number 1 and score a victory over her, and to move through to the quarterfinals here at the Australian Open for the first time.
First point is huge because for Rybakina she not only has to face the number 1 in the world to try to finish this match, but also the sun once again, so a lot on her shoulders as well.
So impressive. Rybakina with 3 match points. And it is a seismic shock here in the women's draw at the Australian Open on an idyllic day. It is utopia for Rybakina.
What an effort from this young lady. Right from the start, she made the number 1 in the world very comfortable out there, and she deserves this victory big time because there's not really much she's done wrong. She kept going after her shots, and just like in the Wimbledon final, she showed us no nerves.